Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's fourth video. We're doing Storm Watch for today's fourth video. So we're going to have a look at the risk of some heavy rain and possibly some thunderstorms coming up on Sunday. And maybe into Sunday night as well through to Monday morning. After that we will clear all of that humidity away and we'll change wind direction to westerly, and then the risk of thunderstorms will diminish and we'll start bringing bands of rain in from off the Atlantic. Anyway, I shall get on with Storm Watch for you in a moment. Just to say that it's been a busy day at GavsWeatherVids today. So we started off at 6 AM UK weather forecast. We've also released January Friday and a 10 to 14 day as well. This is today's fourth video. Please like, share, subscribe on all of today's videos and content. And thank you so very much, everybody, for doing that. Work has gone okay, so I'm going to be able to live stream with you tonight. We'll be live at 10. And we'll have a bit of a laugh, maybe. Who knows? But I'll see you a little bit later on. But got so much to do first, so let's crack on with that show. Thank you so much, Richard, for our Storm Watch gift. By the way, thank you so much, Rich. This might be the last time you see Storm Watch gift this season. You never know, you can get thunderstorms into October as well. But of course, the further on into the autumn we go, the less sort of energy is available for thunderstorm, the less heat on that. So we'll see, but that might be the last time you see the Storm Watch GIF this season. Thank you so much, Rich, for that. Okay, let's start off with the fact charts. This is the human interpretation of the models by the forecasters at the UK Met Office. This is the scenario as of midday today, so this actually expired, but shows things up very nicely. So I've got a weather front sitting across the centre of the country. That's a warm front, and it's marking the divide line between really quite cool and autumnal air, but sitting over Scotland, Northern Ireland, and warmer air drifting up from France in across England and Wales. So along this warm front, there has been a lot of heavy and persistent rain through parts of Ireland and also southern Scotland today. Now, as we get through to tomorrow, that front barely moves, but it is dying a death here over the top of the country. So the rain on that will fizzle out. Remains quite cool and fresh up to the north. Not much chance of thunder up there. Further south, the wind is actually turning a little bit more southerly southeasterly. We are starting to pull up some really quite warm and humid air from the south. Notice got this area of low pressure off the coast of Portugal and into the Bay of Biscay. That is going to be our trigger as it starts to push northwards. This back sharp at midnight, Saturday to Sunday. That thundery low is drifting northwards. Ahead of it, we've got some convergence lines as well. So showers might start kicking off as early as tomorrow night, actually Saturday night. But the main thundery push is actually going to be as this low pressure moves northwards during the course of Sunday. Here it comes. This is fact sharp at midday Sunday. The thundery low by this point is sitting in the Bay of Biscay. I've got these weather fronts and convergence lines pushing in ahead of it. Could well be along this cold front here, or it's an accrued front really, but mostly cold front. Excuse me, it could be along that, but we get the greatest risk of those storms and downpours developing. By the way, that is a triple point. That's what we call a triple point. I love a triple point. If you watch the in-depth videos like Storm Watch, Snow Watch, etc., you'll know that I always love a triple point. So the reason it's a triple point is that there is two, well, it's three weather fronts all meeting in a triple point. It tends to be along a triple point that you get the heaviest of the rainfall. So I would suspect that thunderstorms will be triggered ahead of this area of low pressure, but this along this front here will probably be more general and persistent spells of rain. Anyway, the whole lot's trundling northwards into Sunday afternoon. That gets to midnight Sunday to Monday. By that point, the weather fronts are pushed up into Scotland. I've got a cold front that's waiting in the winds to the west of Ireland. Eventually what's going to happen is that as we go through into Monday, that cold front will simply sweep across the country. It'll probably take a band of heavy rain. Doubt it'll be thunder. A band of heavy rain will sweep across the country through the course of Monday, and then that will open the door to the westerlies. So back come the westerly winds as we go through Monday and on into Tuesday as well. You know, we'll be driving the weather in from off the Atlantic then. Okay, so let's have a look at Cape and Lift. That's the general Synoptic scenario. Now, we've got to have a look and see how much Cape is available. So this is a midday on Sunday. We have got some Cape available down in the south. Not a huge amount, but probably enough to trigger some thunderstorms, allow some thunderstorms to do that. That's for 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That is for 6 o'clock in the evening. You notice the Cape and lifted, particularly the more southern parts, country, Midlands, central, southern England. The Cape doesn't look all that good further north. Let's go a few more hours. So then the Cape risk perhaps splits a bit further northwards towards northern parts, being that's 9 o'clock in the evening. And that is midnights from Sunday to Monday. Remember, Cape is becoming more restricted to the south-southeast. So it looks best the further south you are, the thunderstorms here from a Cape and lifted perspective. Although this whole system is trending northwards, and the rain with it will trend northwards. It might be early on in the push from the south that we see the thunderstorms, and then it might degenerate into what could well be very heavy and spongy rain. Let's have a look at some model output. So this is our parish. This is a high-res model from France at the Weather Outlook. Current scenario, of course, with that front that's been stuck across the northwest for a couple of days now. Further outbreaks of rain to come for much of Scotland, particularly southern, east of Scotland, northern England, and in towards Northern Ireland, just fringing into North Wales as well. Dry on either side. Right, so through to tonight and tomorrow, that front will kind of fizzle out, but although still some showery bursts there through southern Scotland and northern England. Notice, even in the morning, however, there's a few showers getting into the southwest country. I don't think they'll be particularly thundery into tomorrow afternoon. So that front finally dies a death across northern England. Showers gathering in the Channel and across northern parts of France. That takes us into Saturday night, so midnight Saturday to Sunday. We've got heavy rain. I think this is like persistent heavy rain across Ireland. Some heavy showers, possibly a bit thundery down across the south-southwest down into the Channel. Again, doesn't look overly thundery though with that. Excuse me, once again, got a little bit of tickle tonight. Okay, so let's carry on pushing through. So we're going to the early hours of Sunday. We find heavy rain in the west and in the south and in the southwest. I doubt that is overly thundery across those southern west areas. I think that's probably like heavy showers. There might be some rumbles of thunder mixed in, but it doesn't strike as being overly thundery. It is primarily for more southern west areas, trending up to the north as well. That is 11 a.m. in the morning there, by the way. So we go on into Sunday afternoon, and then we start seeing things developing a little bit more. Get another push coming out of northern France. Now, that could be thundery. This is when the Cape is beginning to go up. So this stuff here, this here across like central northern regions, I think that's heavy rain. This stuff down here coming out of France, that could well be thunder. You know, some thunderstorms coming out of France there through Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. That pushes through the Midlands. Again, I suspect the thundery zone is probably here. So where we've got this yellow area from northwest England down to the southeast, that could well be where we have thunderstorms. I doubt there'll be severe thunderstorms. I don't think we'll be looking at supercells with this. But there will be lightning thunder around, I think, on Sunday afternoon. Heading off into the evening, everything pushes northwards. Of course, the thundery risk will diminish because we lose the Cape and lifted. So this is heavy rain, heavy thundery rain across northern England, Scotland as we go into the early hours of Monday, and it turns drier in the south. There's some more storms just about creeping into the far southeast corner there early on Monday morning. I think that they could be thundering. They're clipping into the southeast corner. And then, of course, we've got those cold fronts spreading across the country. That's these bands of rain just here. That's just rain, won't be thunder, I don't think, but that will open the door then to those cool and fresh westerlies. And then we're into a much more unsettled pattern with wet weather driving in from off the Atlantic. DWD looks like this. Again, currently got this rain across the north and the west. This is the German model, the icon model, rain across the north and the west. Overnight into tomorrow, most of the showers will be down in the southwest, probably not all that thundering. into the early hours of Sunday. Again, the wet weather is in the south and southwest. And then into Sunday afternoon, we have this push of yellow. I think here, some of this could well be thunder coming up from the south. There might be some lightning thunder mixed in with that, particularly for central western areas, not as much in the east, you'll notice. Overnight, from Sunday to Monday, there's more showers creeping southeast corner. They could be thundery. This wet weather up here will lose its thundery. Its thundery ingredients as the Cape lifted diminishes. And then the cold front crosses the country through Monday, taking this band of rain just here through the country and then opening the door to those westerly winds. And then we're on into unsettled Atlantic-driven wet weather through the rest of next week. This is UKV, the high-risk model from UK Met. Again, this is coming via the Weather Outlook. Please check out too. For these models, as ever. And so this is a big night. We've got shower rain through Scotland in towards Northern Ireland as well. Early hours of this morning, some heavy showers coming into southwest. They're not quite potent though, so maybe they'll have a rumble of thunder with, but I think they're more particularly heavy rain. But it might contain a few rumbles of thunder as well. Into tomorrow, both showers ease off in the southwest morning, and that weather front fizzles out across the northern region as well. So everything sort of calms down through the course of tomorrow. It will be like cloud around, but some bright or sunny spells. Quite warm in the southeast when the sun is out. And then into a Saturday night, Sunday morning, we've got some more showers and downpours in the far west and southwest of the country. They might be a little bit thundery heading up in towards Ireland maybe early on in the day. And then through the morning, we've got this push of heavy rain coming up from the south. That might contain some thunderstorms with it as well through the course of the morning. But I think particularly into the afternoon that we're likely to see things kicking off. And you'll notice that UKB is sending a lot of this to the west on Sunday afternoon. So that is how things looking for like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. So I reckon this will be thunderstorms through Wales, but it's being restricted, to the west. Northern Ireland, Wales, southwestern England. Not much at all going on for central and eastern southeast parts of the country. Is this going to be yet another letdown for the southeast of the country? Thundery letdown. You go into the evening on Sunday, both downpours pushing towards northern England and again, especially across Scotland, they will be losing their convective potential at this point. Early hours, something kicking off there through parts of East Anglia and South East England, a few scattered thunderstorms breaking out through there. And then along comes the cold front through Monday. That's on these bands of shower rain just here. So there's the first cold front. Just there, 6 a.m. across western areas, taking heavy rain with it. That pushes through another front just here. That's midday Monday, another front just there. Again, that's a second cold front that will take those bands of rain eastwards. And then by the end of Monday, we're simply into like showers into the west on those much cooler and fresher westerly winds. And then after that, plenty of rain driving in from off the Atlantic. That's all Atlantic-driven stuff. And then the final model is WRF. So once again, we've got these showery bursts at the moment across the north and the west of the country. If you enjoy me so much, by the way, please can you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. And drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. Thank you so much. So tomorrow afternoon, things will generally calm down across most parts of the country. WRF is right, but tomorrow evening some showers are breaking out there across central and southern parts of the country, a little bit different to the other ones. Into the early hours of Monday, not much happening there. Most of the rain is pushing up the western side, and then into Sunday afternoon. Here comes the push from the south, but again you see a lot of this is trending westwards now, so it's particularly through Wales, southwest England, into parts of West Midlands. I think that is greatest thundery risk through there. Not much for central and eastern parts of England in the southeast either there, to be honest. It all starts pushing northwards into Sunday evening. So we have got some downpours kicking off there through into East Anglia. That's 11 p.m. on Sunday. Some heavy showers, maybe thunderstorms kicking off through East Anglia then. And then everything sort of pushes northwards in Scotland. And then, of course, that cold front pushes through the country, takes a band of rain with it, and it introduces those cooler west sea winds, quite strong winds as well, off the Atlantic through the course of Monday, opening the door to Atlantic-driven weather. Right, so it all looks a bit patchy again. It looks very hit and miss from the southeast. I have to say, I know those of you in the southeast are wondering where have all your thunderstorms gone. I am too in Northampton. I'm affected by this. We don't get anywhere near many thunderstorms as we used to. And yeah, again, it looks as though the storms are trending particularly for more western and also northern areas. The east looking very, very much left out with a lot of these models from this fuzzy breakdown. It is only model projections though, so with these scenarios it's always a case of look out your window, see what's happening, really, nowcasting, keep an eye on the radar, of course, at the weather outlook and the lightning detector, just see what's happening through the course of Sunday. Right, so that's it for a storm watch for this week. I'd say it might be the last storm watch of the season, just never quite know. So if it is, then I hope you've enjoyed the storm watches that we've been able to do for you through this summer. Won't be long before storm watch is being replaced by snow watch, or maybe it will be. It will depend what kind of summer we have, I guess. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you a little bit later on for our Friday Night Live. That'll be coming up at 10 p.m. But for storm watch, that's all for now, and thanks so much.